What's good, y'all? What's good? Speaking Clout Podcast live every Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's your boy Mike Sears. Got my brother with me by the ways of Northern Ireland. Block Crack, Ross
Yo,
Hotley in
what's
his
up,
bitch.
everyone?
Hell yeah, what it do? And today, doing a special album, the debut album from one of the most iconic groups in hip hop history, Public Enemy, Yo Bum Rush the Show, released in 1987. Already celebrated its 35th year anniversary a couple of months ago. As you listen to Speaking Podcast, you know how important this album is to me. It's the first rap album I ever heard in its entirety, fully. I believe we did top 10 Public Enemy songs. Either that or we did like a discography
It
breakdown. I
was the
can't.
discography. Yeah, it was from 87 to 94.
Four.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
Music Is Our Message was the last album we covered on. Yeah. So, yeah, I know Ross loves this particular hip hop group as well. Um, for me, my introduction, I said it 1,000 times before, but I'll say it again for the sake of the show. I was always enamored in hip hop. Like even when I know what the fuck it was, I would see cassettes and vinyl that my uncle had, and he had this on vinyl. And other than Lottie Dottie from Dougie Fresh and the Get Fresh crew, when Slick Rick was called Ricky D, he played the Lottie Dottie 12-inch, and that's the first rap song I memorized easily. But then an album I heard in its full entirety was this album. And you're gonna get yours. My grandma had an old school 70s stereo, and this is back when stereos lasted a long time. Even in the 90s, I would play my cassettes in that thing, and that
hmm
shit was bumping. It filled the whole motherfucking house up. And my uncle played "You're Gonna Get Yours" for me, and I lost my mind. That whole fucking my '98 Oldsmobile is ding, ding, that's oh my god. We'll get to the song in a minute, but dog. The whole motherfucking ground shook. It was an amazing
Yeah.
experience. The whole album, I listened to the whole fucking album. You know, Enter the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers made me leave the fucking crib, but this made me a hip hop head. Straight the fuck up. And that would lead into me getting Kicks Nation and Millions of Holders Back on cassette, this, and just being a diehard PE fan. So, yeah, there it is, man. That's all I got in Public Enemy. How about yourself, brother?
Yeah, for me, it was either hearing Fight the Power or Don't Believe the Hype, one of those two songs. And I remember seeing, the music videos for those, like, in the 2000s. That's how long lasting they were. They were one of those groups that you always sort of, like, heard about, even if, like, they weren't necessarily, like, in the charts anymore as far as, like, new music goes. Like, their old stuff was still, like, somewhere, you know what I mean? It was always kind of in the background at some point. And, for me, when I started collecting CDs about 7 years ago, the very first one I got was It Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back. That was the very first one. And, from there, that was the first full PE album I heard, and then Fear of a Black Planet, and then Apocalypse 91, and then Yo Bum Rush the Show. So probably this would be like the fourth one I heard. But these guys are like absolute icons in my opinion. Definitely, revolutionary. Not just in terms of their lyrics, but just in terms of production and like the whole idea of having a hype man and stuff like that, and just like it was amazing. Like just such like intricate, but at the same time like powerful music that like I think translates no matter where you're from or what color you are. It's just like you feel it. And Public Enemy, they're just one of those, like I said, one of those like groups that you've heard of. Like there's no way that you haven't heard of them at some point. Even watching the Terminator 2, John Connor wearing the PE t-shirt, it's like they were just one of those groups that like got around, and for me, it started off with It Takes a Nation, but I've heard most of their stuff, and I even have their latest album, What You Gonna Do When the Grid Goes Down and stuff. So yeah, I have a lot of their stuff. I don't have everything, but yeah, I'm a pretty big fan. They're like a top 5 group for me.
Fuck yeah. Like they're around for me since I started collecting and getting into hip hop. So I'm happy to do this album, man. It means a lot to me.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Hell yeah, brother. So yeah, man, Public Enemy, Your Romance Show, 1987. Start off with the first song on the album, You're Gonna Get Yours. One of my favorites on the album. One of my favorite album openers and songs of all time, point blank period. I love the experience of hearing this for the first time, like I mentioned earlier at the top of the show. It was so fucking loud hearing that blast off the speakers. I enjoyed the fuck out of it. Chuck D bragging about his 98 Oldsmobile and how he terrorized his neighborhoods and the cops driving around, playing his stereo, dumb loud and shit. Absolutely love this song. Everything about it. Incredible. Great songwriting, great structure to it. Fantastic. Amazing song. What about this off the album?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, this is my favorite song on the album, straight up.
Likewise.
Yeah, it's amazing. You know, this is the second single off the album. It wasn't like a big hit or anything like that, but yeah, amazing song. You know, I just love the way it starts off. You know, you got the kind of like guitar sample at the start. You know, Flavor Flav saying, you know, oh Chuck, you know, they out to get us, man. And then when Chuck D comes in, you know, in this corner with the 98 subjective suckers object of hit. It's one of those verses. Once it starts, it's like, oh, you know, I want to rap every word. You know what I mean? It's one of those ones. Love it. It's such a dope song. And you know, the crazy thing is like for people that are used to, you know, obviously like from It Takes a Nation onwards, you know, they're used to this sort of militant political, you know, side of PE, you know, with songs like, you know what I mean? Just like, you know, obviously Fight the Power of Fear of Black Planet's probably the most famous one, but like generally their stuff is very political. But this song and this album in general, not so much. No, not really. Like Chuck D in the song, yeah, pretty much just you know, flexing that he's got this Oldsmobile 98. And later on in the song, he sort of mentions about, you know, 5-0 coming after him because he has a nice car and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, this, you know, it's not a political song, but it's so dope. You know what I mean? The chorus, you know, suckers to the side. I know you hate my 98. You're going to get yours. It's so like catchy, but like instantly memorable. And yeah, I just love, you know, Chuck D's voice. You know what I mean? It's not quite fully like formed yet. You know what I mean? It's like, with It Takes a Nation, he sort of steps it up again and sort of becomes the Chuck D that everyone knows. But he definitely still has like a dope voice and dope delivery on this album as well. And like, yeah, just incredible. I love this song. You know, caught in my smoke, and all they did was choke. Look at my spokes. You know I'm no joke. I love it. And like with the they got the samples of like the car revving up in the background, and like, oh, it's so good. It's amazing. I love this song. It's my favorite song on the album. And yeah, if we ever do top 10 Public Enemy songs, I'm sure we'll do it someday. They would definitely probably be in my top 10.
Yeah, we're gonna do that for sure. Yeah, great breakdown, brother. Yeah, I love this fucking song. Oh yeah, man. Now we get Sophisticated Bitch. Man, Chuck D putting those stuck up bras on blast. I think that is shit. I think that shit don't stink. And thinks that every man should do everything for, you know, the woman, and low key they just grimy ass bitches. I love that guitar solo around the 3-minute mark. He also talks about the bitches that don't rock with dark skinned brothers. You know, it's all about the light skins. Me and my nigga Adam, shout out to him, he in Florida now. We used to watch Jackass the movie, and I was in there with Johnny Knoxville rapping along to and shit.
That's good.
Yeah. Sophisticated Bitch is banging. So sophisticated. It's just a great song. Shout out to the Shockers Bomb Squad. Immaculate production on that. Love that song. And it's a great message too, because to this day, bitches would be like that song. Love this song.
Yeah, I mean, again, this is like not something you would associate with Chuck D or Public Enemy, like topic wise. You know what I mean? Definitely very different. But yeah, no, great song. Love the guitar sample. Banging at the start, really, really good, and sort of plays throughout the track. Yeah, definitely kind of like a rock, you know, flavor to this song for sure. You know, in that era, like, you know, when Run DMC and stuff first came out, they had to put like a rock song on there. That's why they did songs like Rockbox and King of Rock and stuff. That was their way of getting on MTV. So a lot of obviously Beastie Boys had like quite a few kind of rock flavored tracks on there. So this is kind of, in my opinion, like PE's kind of take on that, and yeah, really really good. Like you said, the production from the Bomb Squad is amazing. Like the beats on this album in general have aged really well, in my opinion. Yeah, they sound like the 80s, but they knock,
Yeah,
they
oh yeah.
do. Especially on like a nice system, you know what I mean? Plenty of bass and like stuff like that. Yeah, like really, really good. And like you said, subject matter wise, he's just kind of, yeah, like you said, going after the, stuck up, females out there. And yeah, it's a really, really good song. And yeah, I mean, I love how pissed, Chuck D sounds, even with this subject matter. It's like, this, just love his delivery throughout this song. And yeah, it's so good. That hook, like you said, so sophisticated. Dun, 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 dun. Really, really good stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely another highlight on the album for me. And yeah, it's really, really good. And not much else to say apart from that. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely up there as one of my favorite songs in the album.
Fuck yeah. So sophisticated. Now we get the third track. Oh man, this is banging. Uzi weighs a ton.
Get down.
Get down. Oh yeah, it's fire, man. Yo, Chuck, we're on a power move on. Flav talking that shit. One of my favorite joints on the album, just that 80s golden age feel throughout. I love the chorus with the scratching and Flav saying get down like you just mentioned. The drums on this shit knocks. But the Bomb Squad is so fucking good, yo. Like, incredible. About Uzi weighs a ton. Another thing I want to say, a lot of albums back then, recorded with analog equipment, and it sounds like shit unless they remastered it, but this sounds great. The album got good sound quality, I gotta say that. And my uncle
Yeah, it
had
does
the
sound
OG,
good, yeah.
yeah, the OG 87 vinyl pressing, which sounded banging, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. This is another really good track. Yeah, bang and beat, like simple. It's mostly like just kind of drums, and you got some scratching over the top. But like, it's simple but effective, And yeah, one of my favorite things, with listening to this album, and it's the same with the other 87 albums we reviewed this year.
Yeah.
Paid in Full by Eric B. and Rakim, and Criminal Minded by Boogie Down Productions. Is I love picking out all the samples that got used over and over again later on. Like all those Flavor Flav lines, run a power move on them. That was used so much. It's like,
Yeah.
and there are other lines coming up later on in the album. It's just like, yep, that and this, such and such song used that. And like, yeah, I always enjoy that. But yeah, this is a great song. Love and Chuck D says, I'm a public enemy, but I don't rob banks. I don't shoot bullets and I don't shoot blanks. My style is supreme. Number one is my rank, and I got more power from the New York Yanks. You know what I mean? So just talking his shit. And yeah, I mean, yeah, dope hook. You know what I mean? It's simple, but it goes hard. And yeah, it's just a really dope song. Maybe a little bit long. It's sort of like pushing 6 minutes or something like that, for a beat that's like pretty much the same all the way through. But I mean, that's a minor kind of little complaint. Yeah, it's definitely a very good song. And yeah, I like the outro as well. Flav just saying, Public Enemy number one in New York, public number one in blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Just, yeah, pretty cool song. Definitely another dope one on the album. Definitely like the hardest sounding song for sure.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
Yeah, another dope line I just wanted to quickly mention was if you want my title, it would be suicidal. From my end, it would be homicidal. Be catching bodies on this song,
yeah. One of the greatest voices in hip hop history. I want to mention that as well. Like,
oh yeah, definitely. He has
top
that
3 for me.
Commanding kind of voice. It's just one of a kind, yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Next on the album, we get Time Bomb. Flav starts off the track, saying there's some non-believers out there. Chuck D flexes his lyrical skill on this joint. Gets some braggadocious shit, which ain't like PE. They would, stay straight away from that later on. But, yeah. Dope track. I didn't mention anything else, but I rocks with it.
Yeah, I really like this song. I really like the beat. It's pretty funky.
Yeah,
And I know EPMD kind of rapped over it later on the song. Never Seen Before. It was kind of like the same beat on Back in Business, the '97 album. But yes, speaking of samples, what I immediately recognize, when Flavor Flav goes, "We got some non-believers out there." When we reviewed Isham Judgment Day, the song, "We got
yeah,
some believers," yeah, taken from that. Yeah, I mean, I like this song. I really like Chuck D's flow over the funky beat. That's the thing with the production as well. It's like, it's definitely got some of that like classic Bomb Squad kind of like sound collage thing where they just kind of take samples from everywhere and pile them together. But not as much on the first album. It's definitely a lot more stripped back, compared to the later stuff. But yeah, I would say this album's definitely funkier than like some of the later PE albums. Like it's definitely like more danceable, I would say, and this is definitely a
yep.
good example of that. And yeah, I mean, not much else to say than that. Just a dope song. Chuck D flexing his skills. Another part that I really like is when he says, "A fat lady soprano loads my ammo. Hear my jam with the funky piano." Again, that's another EPMD sample, from Business as Usual. Love that,
Yeah.
the funky piano sample. So yeah, really, really good song, and yeah, another dope track for sure. And up to this point, really good variety in terms of beats and everything like that. There's nothing sounds alike so far. It's really good.
Okay. Next we get Too Much Posse. Flavor Flav's first time actually rapping on the album. Actually, Flavor Flav solo joint. They're just talking about how he runs deep and don't fuck with his crew. Like too much posse up in the place. Like see niggas at a club, you stop that shit, you get jumped. Basically, just saying don't fuck with us. You run deep. That's what I got from it. They play songs aren't the best in my personal opinion, but like 911 is a joke like that I love. But
yeah, my favorite one is the one he did on Apocalypse '91.
What is it? Yo, nigga, is that it?
Yes,
Yeah,
that song's banging. I think that's my favorite one. Yeah.
Yep, and the second favorite one.
Yeah, this song is decent. It's not one of my favorites on the album. But it's fine. I do like when Flav says, you may as well join him. You can't beat him. Pack 100 people because you're gonna need them. I think that's pretty dope. But yeah, overall, it's not one of my favorites on the album. Definitely prefer when Chuck D's on the mic. But it serves its purpose. It's not too long. It's like a short little like 2.5 minute song. It breaks up the album. It comes sort of almost halfway through and just it's like a little braver. It's like an interlude but with rapping over it. I don't know. It's just like a little something that mix things up a bit. And yeah, it's okay. It's not one of my favorites, but it serves its purpose.
Yeah, hey, that's a good way of putting it. Now we're on track 6, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we get Reichstager. Message to a black man. Chuck D just uplifting the man. The black man. It's kind of got like the 80s hip hop dance feel to it. Like something that I can picture, Big Daddy Kane scooping scrap dancing to. And I'll keep it 1,000. It's not one of my favorite songs on the album at all. But I like the subject matter. It also touches on black crime on this joint. And like I always say about, certain topics like that, it can be relatable today. But I'm not a big fan of this song, man. I'll keep it 1,000 like you do on this channel.
Interesting. Yeah. I like it. I've got no issue with it at all.
I think it's a production for me, personally. You know what I'm saying? That's what. Yeah, but the subject matter I like. Just that the beat kind of.
Yeah, I mean it kind of fits in with what I was saying earlier. Like the beats on this album are definitely they're definitely funkier and more danceable compared to some of the later stuff for sure. And this song definitely fits into that. Yeah, I like it. I think Chuck D, flows over it, pretty well. And like you said, this is definitely like an uplifting, kind of conscious political track, and this is kind of like a hint of what we'll get at later, from the later albums. On here, this is kind of like the closest thing to that, lyrically anyway. And I like it. I think it's a dope song for sure. I understand what you're saying, but yeah, I've got no beef with it whatsoever. I think it's pretty dope. And I like towards the end of the song, he says, I'm on a mission to set you straight. Children, it's not too late. explain to the world when it's plain to see to be what the world doesn't want us to be. That's pretty powerful. I like that a lot. It's a really cool way to end off the song. But yeah, no, I think it's a dope one. I've got no complaints with it. I like it.
Oh yeah, I respect that. Like I said, the subject matter is dope to me, but the beat, I can't rock with it. But
Yeah.
we're honest on this motherfucker, Cam. All right, and here's something I do rock with. Banger right here. Public Enemy #1. Absolute heat rock for me. One of my favorite songs on the album. Fucking, oh my god, I love this line. I can go solo like a Tyson Bolo. Make the fly girls want to take my photo. Like, fire. That's like, Tyson Bolo, the Bolo shots that Tyson used to do back in the day. And this is prime Mike. He's knocking niggas' heads off. Love
Oh,
that
yeah.
line. Chuck kills this joint. Shit bangs. Love that Bruce Lee Chinese connection line, which over here in the States, it was called that. But in Japan, China, I should say, Hong Kong, it's Fist of Fury. My favorite Bruce Lee movie, hands down. And I love that line. Dope as fuck. Yeah. Okay, #1. It's probably gonna make the top 3 tracks at the end because I fucking love it, brother. Fire.
Yeah, it's dope. It's definitely a highlight for me as well. This was the lead single off the album. Yeah, great song. Love the intro at the start. Yo, what's up with Chucky D? He swear he nice. Stuff, and then just when it comes in, with that high pitched like whining beat, it sounds, on paper it sounds like it could be annoying, but I love it. I think it's so dope. Just kind of how it winds in the background, and Chuck D, with his voice, like that's what is so good about him. Not only does his voice just sound good, but like it cuts over these kind of like abrasive beats, and you can hear him clearly. Like it doesn't distract. The beat doesn't distract from what he's saying. It's really good stuff. And yeah, I mean, I think this is a really good song. Just Chuck D's just flexing on this song, and yeah, it's definitely like a highlight on the album for me. Yeah, it's just a pleasure just to hear him kind of float over this kind of queasy, kind of whining beat. It's really good. And again, like this feels like the kind of prototype to something like Rebel Without a Pause on the second album, you know what I mean? Something like that, where they experimented again with like high pitched noises and stuff like that in the beat. But yeah, it's dope. You got no rap, but you want to battle. It's like having a boat, but you got no paddle. It's just, it's just with the way he floats over that is so dope. And simple hook, but that one, like it's great. It's banging. Yeah. Oh, and the Puff Daddy version. Oh, awful. No,
he fucks up everything.
Yeah, like Chuck D, sued him over 10 crack commandments, but he lets that happen. What's that all about?
I know. Nigga, what? And I want to say something real quick. It's like, shout out to my nigga Nate the Great, man. That's my brother right there. He be fucking with me on my nigga Hood TMZ joint. But yeah, my people been oppressed forever, and this is before NWA, before them niggas came with the fuck the police and telling people, yeah. So I think Chuck D is like besides like Jill Scott Heron and shit like that. To me, like as far as hip hop goes, and maybe Marvin Gaye, what's going on, but like that strong black leader, that strong voice, like talking about our oppression. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And this is pre NWA, so that's very important. I want to touch on that. Like he's very the first like black leaders in hip hop. Like if Malcolm X could rap, you know what I'm saying? That's Chuck. Amazing shit right there, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, fuck yeah. So let's get to the next track, which is MPE. Love that Public Enemy scratching in the beginning. This shit's fire. I don't wear gold, but I clock ducats because I have the money overflowing out of buckets. Fire shit right there. Flav kicks some. Robinson as well. It's pretty dope track. Didn't write too much more about it, but yeah, that MPE go hard. I fucks with it.
Yeah, I mean, this sounds pretty interesting because it does have both of them rapping on it. That's actually like really rare in Public Enemy for them to rap together like that. Yeah, Chuck D kind of lays down the first verse, then Flav on the second, and then they kind of do the third verse together, which is pretty interesting. Yeah, I mean, I like the song. It's not a personal favorite of mine personally. I like it. The beat is kind of like sounds like a machine or something in the background, kind of screeching in the background. It's pretty dope, but it's not like one of my favorites. But yeah, it's a pretty good song. Again, when he says "coming out rocking tomahawk slam," makes me think of Funk Dubious. When we did
Yeah.
Tomahawk Bang towards the end. Yeah, it's another like dope song on the album, just not like an ultra favorite in my opinion. But yeah, it's good. You want crazy dollars, I make people holler. You stick them up stupid, and I'm snatching biters' collars. I like that.
Right.
That's pretty dope. But yeah, it's not like an ultimate favorite, but I like it. It's pretty solid.
Fuck yeah. Now we get the motherfucking title track. Yo, Bum Rush the Show. Pete talking about, bum rushing your spot after being declined to get in the club to perform. I love Flavor Flav's ranting on here. Dope title track. I fucks with it. This is one of the joints that Uncle Martin used to play like crazy, man. Love it. Great track. Dope title track. It's the album perfectly in my eyes.
Yeah, this is a dope song. Really like the beat for it, kind of dark. Love the hook. Yo, bum rush the show. Yeah, it's
it's fire.
simple, but it works. You know what I mean? It hits hard, and I sort of interpret like, especially like later on in the song when Chuck D's rapping, I sort of interpret it. Him talking about, how people sometimes bum rush the stage. When people are performing and stuff like that, which is unfortunate, but like people still do that to this day, which is crazy. Talking about later on, he says it might be a trick, but you don't like coming in the side door, then I'm grabbing the mic, walking and talking, fistful in the air. It might like seem like we don't care, kind of like talking like that. Pretty interesting. And like you said, Flavor Flav he kind of provides like a backup role, just kind of talking in between the verses from Chuck. I like it. It's another dope song for me, mainly for the production. It's just knocks. I really like it. Like I said, I think the production on this is definitely aged pretty well. Like you said, the sound quality is good. I think that's a large part of it too. It just sounds good.
Great sounding album for real. Like you get something like "Road to the Riches," which kind of sounded off, and I don't have the Traffic version. I have it downloaded, but
yeah.
I don't know if they fixed that issue or whatever, but
even albums that came out in the 90s don't sound that good.
That's true. I don't know about you, but Temples of Boom needs to be remastered. My favorite album is like low in quality.
You know what though? I was gonna say, Fear of a Black Planet sounds worse than this. I think
it's low. I'm going back to the memories of it. Yeah, it's low. Definitely. That came out in 1990. That's wild.
Yeah.
Next, we can Raise the Roof. Chucky talks about turning the party out, just killing the live performance. That's what I got from it anyway. Love the production. Shit bangs, incredible scratching on here. Still the Terminator X. I like the mention of the Sophomore album on here, It takes a nation of millions to hold it back, but it's actually takes a nation of millions to hold us back. But that was dope how they mentioned that on there.
Yeah,
I fucks with it. I fucks with it heavy.
Yeah, I like it too. It's another dope song. Like you said, dope production, like the drums on here, sounding really good. I mean, again, like this is probably not like an ultra favorite on the album, but I like it. It's definitely another, like this is definitely another album for me. I wouldn't skip anything on it. It's a pretty easy listen. It's not that long. And Raise the Roof, it's not one of my ultimate favorites, but I still like it. It's still pretty good. Chuck D again, just kind of, there's a lot of like braggadocious kind of rap on here. What I mean?
Yes.
It's not, again, we're so used to like the later stuff, the kind of, I guess, in my opinion, like I definitely hear people talking about It Takes a Nation and Fear of a Black Planet. Those are like the two that everyone talks about.
Yep.
And I mean, this is just so different topic wise. You know what I mean? It's kind of fun for that reason. That's actually like a reason to actually check this album out, because it is so different. I like that about it. It gives it its own kind of character. But yeah, I mean, like I said, Raise the Roof, not an ultimate favorite, but it's pretty dope. I like it. Chuck D, he's one of those guys that he can rap anything and it sounds pretty dope. Really, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's just got like I said, the voice, and when you're over that kind of hard production, it's hard to go wrong with that, really. And yeah, it's a dope song. Like I said, not an ultimate favorite, but I like it. It's good.
Fuck yeah. It's gonna be important. Then we get one of my favorite songs on the album, man. I love this song personally for me. Get Mega Blast. It's dope how Flavor and Chuck are like rhyming together, trading bars on here, talking about the effects of the crack epidemic. Oh please, oh please, oh please, just give me this one more hit. I love that shit. Amazing joint. We get some backmasking towards the end. Shit sounds eerie. Fucking fire. Mega Blast is dope as fuck to me. The crack epidemic was heavy in the 80s, man. So, my memories of the 80s is very, minuscule, but even in the 90s, I do remember seeing crack vials on the fucking ground in the PJs in the park and shit like that. So, yeah, it was even Massachusetts was getting that shit heavy. There was raids in the PJs almost every day. Niggas would set the dumpsters on fire because it would burn paraphernalia, We would see the dumpsters on fire at nighttime. They weren't doing that for the hell of it, bro. Wild shit. So, yeah, it's affected worldwide, that crack epidemic, and dope-ass song. Love Mega Blast.
Yeah, it's dope. Flavor Flav, again, very much given the sort of main shine on this song. Yeah. Yeah, it's really dope. It's definitely like, I think, his sort of best moment on the album. And yeah, again, I kind of view a song as kind of like the precursor to Night of the Living Bassheads from It Takes a Nation. This is sort of like the, like I said, the kind of precursor to that, in my opinion. Dope song. The beat is so simple, very minimalistic, but it's dope. You know what I mean? Just like those like simple drums and like little synths over the top. It's like, it's so 80s, but I love it. It works. It just, kind of transport you back to that time, even if you weren't around back then. It's really good. And yeah, like you said, Flavor Flav just, telling people about, crack. And he's talking about, in the second verse, talking about his homeboy who's out on the block. He sells more crack than he sells fish at the dock. It's a simple rhyme, but it kind of makes you think. It's like, damn, it's like, it really was out there like that. It's everywhere. And yeah, even the hook is dope. Simple, but like just making that kind of plead, that beg, oh please, oh please, oh please, just give me one more hit. It's pretty good. Definitely, yeah, dope song for sure. I like it a lot. And yeah, again, like a more conscious political track on the album. There aren't too many of those on here, but this is definitely one of them.
Oh yeah, one of my ultimate favorites on the album.
Yeah, it's great.
And then we end with Terminator X Speaks with His Hands. An instrumental to end the album. Absolutely love the beat. And this beat switch on here. The Bomb Squad has some of the illest drums in all of hip hop, in my opinion. So fucking dope. Not much to talk about, but that's the end of the album.
Yeah, it's like the first half of the song is basically Time Bomb, that instrumental, and then it switches into MPE as the instrumental. It's just kind of like a little way to kind of end off the album, in my opinion. It's pretty dope. Obviously it's not really something you would listen to on its own, but just as a little kind of like encore track at the end or something, just to kind of relax. Yeah, I like it. It's it's pretty good. It serves its purpose well. So yeah, it's dope. Terminator X, like, as far as I know, he didn't really do that much actual production on the albums. You know what I mean? I don't think he did really much, but he always looked cool. I always thought he looked awesome. Kids and stuff. Even if he didn't contribute much on the records, just seeing like footage of PE like in their prime, having him up on the decks, you know what I mean? It was just such a cool image. You had him in the back, working the records, and then you had the S1Ws in front of him, like marching around with like Uzis and stuff, and then of course in front of them you had like Chuck D, Flavor Flav, and Professor Griff, and it was just like that's an incredible stage show right there. Like, no
Yeah.
no one else in hip hop has anything like that.
A lot of hip hop groups that have those like tag along niggas like, and the Lost Boys. What the fuck did Spig Nice and Pretty Lou do? Nothing. Freaky Tile was a hype man. At least he rapped too. It was just cheap
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Niggas be around like that, but Terminator X definitely served his purpose.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, I don't like it when people perform with too many guys up on stage, but the S1Ws I don't mind. You know what I mean? It adds to it. Yeah, for sure.
And not screaming in the mic and being annoying.
No, exactly.
Yeah, man. Public Enemy, yo, Bum Rush the Show, 35-year anniversary, a couple of months ago. Big important album for me. So like we do every episode, we give it the mic rating like the Sauce Magazine, and we give a top 3 songs. So for me, top 3 songs, definitely you're gonna get yours. Public Enemy #1 and Mega Blast. Those are my top 3 songs. Mic rating, it's 4 mics. I give it 4 mics. For sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same as you. Yeah, my top 3, you're gonna get yours. Public Enemy #1, and probably for me #3 would be Sophisticated Bitch. That's probably my
Oh yeah,
top
that's
3.
almost that'd be if it had top 5 to be 4.
Yeah.
That's just hard.
Yeah, and I agree. I mean, 4 mics for me as well. It's a very good album. There's really nothing bad on this album, I would say, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Like, I
Hey,
definitely
just the beat on I forgot the fucking
Reichstager.
song. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I like pretty much the whole album. The only thing for me is that like the albums that came after it kind of eclipse it in a lot of ways.
Oh yeah.
The albums that came immediately after this one have better production. They're more interesting lyrically, and like Chuck D I think sounds better and all this kind of stuff. But like Yo Bum Rush the Show is definitely a dope debut. It really. Especially, considering this came out in February 87, that means it was recorded in 86. It's like just so ahead of its time. It's crazy. The 3 87 albums we reviewed, This, Paid in Full, and Criminal Minded, just like, oh, they're so influential. It's you can't even put into words just how important these albums are. And I mean the album cover as well. I have to quickly mention that it's just one of the greatest.
Oh, so fucking dope.
I think Public Enemy, see their initial run, the first 5 albums, they're like the best album covers of all time. Like as far as like a consistent run goes of album covers, they have the best run.
I'm not getting mad at that at all.
Yeah, I mean I can't think of another group that has like just amazing album cover after another like that. I don't know.
I can think of a death metal band, but as far as hip hop goes,
yeah, I love that album cover. Yo Bum Rush is just so so iconic. But yeah, definitely a great album. I mean, yeah, like I said, no whack songs, and it's definitely a lot of fun to listen to, and it's an easy listen as well. It's like 45 minutes or something. It's not too long.
Ideal length for an album.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, man. Yo Bum Rush the Show, Public Enemy. Want to kick back? I want to just end this shit here, man.
Yeah, I don't mind hanging out for a bit.
Yeah, hell yeah. Get up to like 40 minutes, 45 minutes would be a good
spot.
So any questions, chat? Chime in.
You know what album I listened to today?
What's that, brother?
Life Force Radio by Afu Ra. I don't like it very much. It's not very good.
Is that when he's holding like the earphones to his head?
Yes, yeah.
I never heard that.
Yeah, it's on paper you'd think, it'd be pretty good because the features are pretty good. He's got RZA on there, he's got MOP on there, he's got there's a Gangster song on there, but like it's just not that good. It doesn't really come together. I don't know. It's not like whack. It's not horrible, but it's just not very good. Big Daddy Kane's on it, but yeah, it's just not. Yeah, it's just not really that amazing. I love the first album though. The first album's great.
Yeah, it is. Body of the Life Force or some shit like that.
Yes, that's a great album.
I'm listening to just all new shit, really. I mean, I've run back King's Disease.
Oh, nice.
Magic from Nas. I fucking love those albums. Bunch of new shit as well. I got a book called The History of Hip Hop Album Covers, and your show is a book called That's Dope.
Yeah, that is dope.
Road Flush Ghetto Millionaire or Master Ace Disposable Arts. Fuck. That's hard because I fucking love Ghetto Millionaire. It's like
Yeah.
Queens Gully shit, but oh my god, that's my favorite Master Ace album. I'm one of them niggas that like Master Ace in his 2000s better than his 90s and 80s shit. Well, not 80s, because he's 90s.
Cold chilling, yeah.
Yeah, so I love that shit though. I love. You know, take a look around. I fucking love Slaughterhouse and motherfucking Sitting on Chrome, but nah, I gotta go Disposable Arts. That album's so fucking good. And that's the year where I was underground hip hop to the fullest. A year later, actually, 2002. But... Oh yeah, Graffiti. That shit is fire. Rock Marciano and Alchemist album, man. Incredible.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, man. Smooth gangster shit that Rock spits over those amazing Alchemist beats. That album's great. There's a song where Ice-T's on it, bro, like talking shit. It's so
nice.
hard.
Ice-T's doing quite a bit these days, isn't he?
Yeah, Ice-T's
he's
like,
on the Game album. He's on the Megadeth.
Like the Game shit's fire. One song.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, so the nigga had the body in the trunk, and I opened the trunk, and it's fucking maggots in. I'm like, this nigga here, man. It's hilarious. Fire, though. Yeah, that album's fire, bro. I wasn't too impressed with the new Diamond D album. Oh, shit.
I had no idea.
Better in the future. I got a plug from the UK. I think the nigga from the UK. And he sends me, like, all the leaks, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I think West Side Gun's on there, but I didn't listen to the album, though.
Yeah. No, I haven't heard anything from him since 97.
Hatred, Passions, and Infidelity.
Yeah, that's the one.
Fire.
With that 5 Fingers of Death on it. Love that.
Yeah, that nigga L caught a fucking body on that shit, bro. Yeah, that's a good one.
I didn't get why he was just called Diamond on that album. There's no D.
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, just Diamond, yeah. Buster's on that shit too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that physically. I could have, but it's like I don't feel like paying $34 for a fucking CD nowadays. You know?
Oh, forget that. Yeah. I was lucky to get it. I have the first one as well.
Yeah, I have Stunts, Blunts, and hip hop. Yep. I was raised off that because of Unc. You know, he played that tape like crazy.
Yep. Classic DITC stuff.
Fucking love DITC, man. Jewel's just celebrated 25 years.
Oh yeah, we reviewed that for anyone who missed it.
I posted it and I put in the Instagram chat that we reviewed it.
You can't go wrong. That song. I've been going back to that every once in a while. I just love it.
It's fantastic.
We just can't go wrong. Yeah. You got me so hypnotized, memorized.
I think we said in the review, we were like, he can talk about bitches and it's good. Like it's just gangster shit. This nigga Antoine, what up? He said one album I played today on CD is Coolio Tasted Thief. Love that album back. Oh, I love that album too, bro.
Come on, y'all, let's take a ride. Don't say shit, just get inside.
Fantastic Boy, that county line, yo. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Fire.
Mama, I'm in love with a gangster.
It's a good album, man. I used to bump that a lot. I was in fucking elementary school bumping that shit, man.
Yeah, I mean, I like Gangster's Paradise too. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I fuck with that album too. Oh yeah, with fucking Freddie. Fire, bro.
Nice.
HNIC album is criminally underrated. Yes. Fire, bro. Oh, keep it thorough.
Yeah.
Red ribs, $100 bills, pillows, Zacatis, and other 4 wheels. Fire, bro.
Yeah, I'm glad I have that.
I know.
I'd imagine that's so hard to get that, yeah.
Funny story about that.
Yeah.
When I first got that CD, I think it was Strawberries in Providence. My little brother was with me. That nigga was literally maybe 6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking for it through the P's. I couldn't find it. And then he found it for me. He's like, "This you look for?" That cracked me the fuck up. He was so small and he nigga found it. Yeah, I love that fucking album.
I think it was a show, you know. He's a smart little kid, you know.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious, man. That album's great. It don't get talked about enough, in my opinion. Love that fucking album. I think photography. Speaking of Prodigy, man, I literally been looking for this since I was a fucking teenager, man. And my boy, he dubbed me a copy. Murder Music got leaked back in '98.
Mm-hmm.
Got leaked heavy, and I downloaded the leak. I finally found the leaked version.
Oh, nice.
And of course, it don't have the best sound quality. It ain't meant for retail, but it's fucking dope, bro. I enjoy the fuck out of that shit, man. 3 with Mega. Oh hell yeah, Mega killed that. I'm on the bench, eating chicken wings and French fries. Fucking fire, man.
Oh shit, we got a super chat.
Oh shit, super chat coming up. Let me see. PE still kicking it today. They outlasted many of the groups from the 80s. Festival albums are dope enough. S1, step in, rock that home. Hell yeah, bro. Thanks so much, bro. By way, is that New Zealand?
New Zealand, yep.
Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate that big time, man.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I like the first, I don't know, 6 PE albums. I think I like everything up the He Got Game.
Yeah. Oh, man, that's fine. I like He Got Game, too. An amazing movie, by the way, too. Uncle Sam's Curse. Yeah. Dude, we never ask questions like this. That's what's up. Hell yeah. He's got a album question. This is fucking fire.
That's a good one, yeah.
Uncle Sam's Curse, South Central Los Angeles. We got 94, 95.
That's really hard for me.
Oh, man. 2 West Coast. Damn, Doobie. And Doobie from the West, too. Man, that's a good one. That's a real good one. We were on the screen until we answer it. Fuck, man. Caution is so enjoyable, man. It's so good. And that's my favorite Above the Law album.
Yeah, same here.
That's hard, man.
It is hard. Black Superman, California, Concrete Jungle.
So good.
One time,
I gotta go ATL.
Tripping. Yeah.
Yeah.
That song with Tone Loc towards the end.
Fucking fire, bro.
It is, yeah. Yeah, he could have had like a really dope album in the 90s, I think.
He's a dope voice, and then he was playing that gangster shit too.
Yeah, he was. He said like something about hit him with a baseball bat or something. It was really dope, yeah. ATL, yeah, I probably would go with Above the Law just slightly because I think the lyrics on Uncle Sam's Curse are better than South Central Los Angeles.
Yeah, they're well-seasoned vets, at that time. The niggas were teenagers. But, RP Gonzo, RP KMG.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Love them both, though. Still trying to get that Caution album. Yeah, good luck with that.
God. Bro, you know what sucks about my version of the album? It's only an appearance thing. It fucking works, bro. I got it. It got these 2 ugly scratches on it, and it pisses me off. But when I ripped it, it ripped fine. I played it in the PS3, it played fine. So, who cares? As long as it fucking plays, right?
Yeah, mine has a little bit of black text, I think, on like the back of the booklet or something, or like black pen or something, but you can barely see it. It's not a big thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like my Big Ed the Assassin. The disc has some little initials, but you can barely see it as well. But yeah, that's South Central Los Angeles. Thanks to Russ put me on. Well, I knew who they were. I just thought there was some busters until,
Yeah.
I'm all about fucking Cypress Hill.
I dumped 16 times. Yeah.
Niggas don't want nut shit. Nigga, that album is fucking flames.
It is. And we reviewed that too for anyone who missed it.
Yep, review that as well, man. Fucking classic record. I want to answer that Lewis question. What did you say? Luis, I think his name is. No, not that. He has what's your top 5 albums? Oh, here we go. Top 5 albums.
Overhyped? Oh, shit.
Top 5 overhyped albums, albums we don't like. I don't know.
I don't know. It'd be a hard one for me, but I would imagine it would be stuff that hasn't come out yet, and people are looking forward to it.
I'll be honest. I like a lot of hip hop, and I don't really hate a lot of artists in rap. So it was kind of it was easy for me to do the unpopular opinions, but if you notice, a lot of it was defending underrated shit, I should say, rather than overrated shit. But yeah, it's kind of hard for me to say that, but Last Week in Hip Hop turned 49 years old. Yeah, yep. We'll be 50 next year. But
yeah, I remember when they did that for like Google or something, and you could like play about with the turntable or something. That was like 5 years ago, I think.
on the fucking homepage or whatever, like they do.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Above the law.
Yeah, we'll definitely do more ATL stuff eventually. Next
yeah,
year we'll probably do Black Mafia. Like.
Yep. 30 years.
30 years, yeah.
Yeah, I'm very excited for next year. We got 88, 98, 90
There's so much, yeah.
So we're
It'd
gonna
be
have
really
to sit there.
hard. Yeah.
I just can't make it by myself because a lot of stuff maybe that Ross don't like I like, you know. So we got to think how to do it.
Yeah,
but it's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fucking fire, man.
Yeah, and like obviously, you know, if it's something that me and you can't do, then you know maybe you can do it with Cold Chillin' or a Mobility one. You know what I mean? It's like we can sort of work around it like that.
Monday on the 29th, we're doing the most fucking ballsy, not give a fuck episode. We're doing Ja Rule, discography. Right?
Nice. Yeah, I wouldn't be on that.
And you know Hector that passed away, my second best friend. He's a big Murder Inc. mark, so it's dedicated to him. I got to do it, and I love Murder Inc. Fuck it, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'll
give Ja Rule his first album. That's it for me.
Fire, bro.
Yeah. I have all of them down there. Jeez.
Charity shop bangers.
Absolutely, yeah. I guess. Do you know what else I got in a charity shop recently? This sucks, by the way. It's not a good thing.
What's that?
Chronic 2000.
I remember I seen it at the store back way back. They got a cigar on the cover.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, I listened to that this week. It's pretty awful, pretty wet. Even the Dog Pound songs aren't very good on it.
Oh shit, really?
No, they're just like, I don't know. Must have been like leftovers that they like recorded in like 96 or something, just like songs that they had no interest, never did anything with. Yeah, not very good. And of course, on that album, you have a bunch of The Realist on there. Who's that guy? Sounds like Pac. And they have Top Dog. Who's like the terrible Snoop Dogg wannabe.
That's terrible.
And they have a version, you know the way Snoop did Snoop-a-Fella on No Limit Top Dog?
Yeah, which is the fucking Heat Rock.
Yeah, there's like a mockery, like a parody version of that on there. It's horrible.
Wow.
It's so bad, yeah.
I never heard the motherfucker in my life.
It's terrible.
It's a
Milk Bones
joint,
on
right?
there. Yeah, two discs. Yeah, Milk Bones on there, dissing Eminem. Because you know Eminem like called him out on Just Don't Give a Fuck, I think. That was the response to that.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Who else is on there? There's a couple of Pac songs, but they're not that good. There's a song with The Realist featuring Scarface and someone else. Richie Rich. But I don't know. It just sounds like they were there just picking up a check. E40's on it for some reason. I don't know. Yeah. It's not it's not good at all.
Sounds terrible, my nigga.
Yeah, no. 2 discs. Imagine buying that in 99. Jesus. That would be like $30 down the drain, you know?
Yeah, 30, my nigga. That shit was a 30 piece. All them shits was.
Yeah.
The tapes were like 20, double tapes were 20, and then the fucking CDs 30.
I got it for 50p. That's like 50 cents, you know. Worth it, you know, just for the novelty factor. But yeah, not very good. I also have the Death Row compilation that came out after that called Too Gangster for Radio. It has Ja Rule on it, actually. Yeah.
I think Reggie Wright was talking about that on Out of Dialogue or fucking Bomb First or something.
Yeah. And that was around the time when Cold 187 of Above the Law, he was actually like quite high up at Death Row at that time, like early 2000s. There is actually an Above the Law song on that. And CJ Max on there, the song I Ain't Fucking With You, you know, where he goes at Dr. Dre. That's like the best song on it, but yeah, it's not very good overall.
CJ Max going at Dre, bro. Wow, I never knew that shit.
Yeah, on his third album, or is it second? It's sort of hard to tell because his discography is a bit weird. He had something in '92, but I can't remember if it's an EP or an album. And then he had the True Game album, which is kind of like his album, but it's technically like him and like Mad, you know, the producer Mad CJ Mac.
Yeah.
And then he did Platinum Game in '99. on Who Banging Records. And on there, this is Dre on a skit. He's like says, "Oh, that my name is whack" and stuff like that. Oh yeah, this is him on there, just like
Oh
on a
shit.
skit. And yeah, he goes at him like hardcore on the "I Ain't Fucking With You" song on the Death Row compilation. At the end, he's like, "Dr. Dre killer, Hitman killer, Eminem killer." Like yeah, he just goes on.
Damn,
It's
bro.
pretty. Yeah, he goes hard for sure. I like CJ, man.
Oh, I love him. Is he have any other good albums other than
I like Platinum Game. Yeah, Platinum Game's pretty good.
Parliament, Modi Buddha Affair versus Funkadelic versus Placebo Syndrome, 2 dope funk albums. And props to you, Mike, on the early CD videos. Being a fan of Parliament, brother, I fuck with them heavily. I gotta go with Placebo Syndrome. It's got flashlight on that shit.
Oh, that's amazing. That's one of those songs I never get tired of.
Fuck no. Fire, bro. Flashlight. Hey, it's another P Funk fan here. Hell yeah. Personally, I'm going with Modi Booty Affair, which is great. I can't swim. Fire, bro. Think Hitman's verse on Crunk 2001, Bitch Niggas was aimed at CJ Mack. Oh shit.
I actually listened to that song. I listened to a couple of songs off 2001 the other day. Yeah, love that album.
Everywhere I go, all I ever seem to hear is bang bang
Bang bang bang bang. Yeah.
Fire album.
The song that I listened to the other day, which I really like, Murder Inc. I love that song. It's so dope. Yeah. Hitman and that other lady MC, I can't remember her name, but yeah.
Yeah, she killed it.
There's a couple of songs in that I wish were a little bit longer, and that's one of them. That and Let's Get High. I wish that was a little bit longer too.
Yeah, stupid ass Plus Pornos, like too much time.
Yeah, Dre's like, oh, we need that on there, you know.
All these niggas and all these hoes in here, somebody here gonna fuck. That shit fire.
Bum 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 bum. I love that. Yeah.
Have one riding dick, one licking my toes.
Yeah, I love that album. I think the skits are terrible. I actually think all the skits on that are bad. Yeah.
When I was a kid, I used to think Eddie Griffin speaking some real shit. That's just it drags on, man.
The education skit is that what that is? Yeah.
This nigga bus pass. What the fuck is on about? Yeah, it's too long.
Yeah, and there's like the other one where I think it's before Lightspeed. It's like the two girls at the bar is like, is he fuckable?
Is he fuckable?
Yeah. Whatever.
And then the nigga say, hey, yo, smoke some chronic with you. Yeah, I know you're talking.
Yeah. Lightspeed's another one of those songs that gets no love. I love it. I love
Chocolate type weed. Oh, it might be sipping on gin and Hennessy. Fuck that. Was that new shit? The chronic iced tea. Yeah.
I love that song. Yeah.
Were you with us when we reviewed that?
Yes. Yeah, I was on that. Yeah.
I was high as fuck popping gummy bears. I do remember that. No fucks given.
Yeah.
BDP, but only necessary, or Coogee Rap, one of their alive one, I guess. I gotta go with that. Yeah, I love
yeah. Yeah, I agree. I mean, One of Dead or Alive is. I go back and forth between that and Live and Let Die. It's my favorite. They're both equally good for me.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
He is one of my favorite comedians of all. His stand-ups are fucking hilarious. Oh yeah, Funkadelic is a must, man, nigga. Big fan.
Oh yeah, I mean you can't really like hip hop and not like that stuff.
No, it's hard, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
Shout out to Eddie Hazel, one of the greatest guitar players of all time. The fucking solo and Maggot Brain. Come on, bro.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a powerful song. Nothing quite like it. Yeah.
It's a mainstream album. Go ahead, brother. My bad.
I was just gonna say iconic album cover as well.
Oh hell yeah! There's a Dark Side tribute to it as well. Like it's a mainstream album, but man, I'm gonna go back and listen to 2001. It's such a good record.
It really is, and it's one of those albums that's just aged like wine.
Yes.
You can release that now, I think.
And honestly. Oh yeah, hell yeah! It's a very pivotal time in my life too, where I was getting older. I was experiencing life
Mm-hmm.
outside of fucking that sheltered home life and wilding out, smoking weed, the bitches, all that shit. I was too young to be doing that shit, but hey, that's what happened. I was 14 when that album came out. Going on 15.
Yeah, I mean that was also like the first era that I remember, of hip hop.
Yeah,
The late '90s, early 2000s. So yeah.
a lot of fun times with that. A lot of partying to that.
Mm-hmm.
I got a little older, 15, 16. Great album, and it all the way up to like the early 2000s. Niggas still talking about that. Even up to now, like it's a classic album. Mothership Connection is probably my favorite overall Parliament album. Now. Yeah, I love that shit.
Swing down to the cherry stone.
Bernie Worrell. Oh, that shit's fire. Bro.
Yeah.
That's Chino XL's uncle.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Bernie Worrell.
Oh, Chino XL.
Jesus Christ.
You're gonna die like a black man in a horror movie. Yeah.
That nigga's crazy, man. That I told you so. Oh my god, like those punchlines in that motherfucking album.
Yeah. Yeah, that's quite a good album. It's obviously not as amazing as the first one, but it's
my
pretty
problem with
solid.
it is the beats.
Yeah, the beats aren't that good.
Not that good at all, but his rhymes and lyrical fucking performance is out of this world on that record. Oh yo, next week got a dope episode, dope idea from Ross, man. We got top 10 one and done albums, and it's either an artist that has only one album or one good album. So that's dope as fuck. It's gonna make me think, and it should be interesting. So be on the lookout for that one, man.
Yeah, originally I was thinking like songs, but I just couldn't think of like artists with like one good song. It's like really, that's kind of hard, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
generally speaking, I think even with one album, generally speaking, I think artists like in hip hop have like at least 2 or 3 good albums, generally speaking. But yeah, just one, yeah, it's pretty fun. So yeah, just a little preview. I think mine's going to be very West Coast. So if you like West Coast hip hop, then you'll be into that.
I have ideas what's going to be on my list, but I have no idea like of the whole list. So tonight I'm going to work on it.
You will get your wish tonight.
Well, life, pal. Sorry.
Skeptics. Yeah.
What a retard that guy was.
No said.
His best album is Here to Say You. Yep, I agree.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh yeah, I love that album. It's Here to Save You All. It's just so good. Love the production on it as well. Just so dark. Fits in perfectly.
Fucking Bird, I think his name was. He worked on
yes, So
Nice as well. Yeah, man.
And of course, they did the song Riot together. The
best punchline rapper of all time is a toss-up between Big L, Lord Finesse, and Chino XL for me. Just amazing fucking punches, my nigga. Like,
I catch more heat than a Hasidic Jew. Yeah, he's crazy.
Yes, bro. All the pop culture references, and
you get 2 thumbs down like a Matty Rich movie review. Yeah, he's crazy.
First song in it is Freestyle Rhymes.
Bustin' Fat Freestyle Rhymes.
He's like,
yeah, but it's between that and like I love that Partner to Swing. Love that.
Oh man, that beat is fire, bro.
Yeah.
He's like, so breathe in like Lamar's Class. He's like, you bitch fucked the whole New Jersey Drive soundtrack.
Fire, yeah. Bro. Making bitches flip their wigs like Faith Evans.
That's fire, bro.
Yeah.
Even later on, man, there's this fucking dope mixtape Mono Technique has with Green Lantern, Third World or some shit, I think it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And you got a song with Chino called Licking Shots or something. And Chino's like, you don't lick shots like niggas busting at the feds. You lick shots like Jenna Jameson and Superhead. He's so good. If there's beef, I'ma fly and find a fucker, beat him in the face. It was ugly like Usher's baby's mama. Like, that dude is nasty, bro. So nasty. We're gonna do a Dipset review? I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know, man. Me and Ricardo probably do something. Steve, do something. Dipset's my shit, man. CWS brings the funk back and hip hop. Even digital other versions of that. I was cleaning my CDs like in the over 1,000 boxes I have, and I came across Future Rhythm the other day.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I
was
love
like,
that.
yeah, it's my it might be my favorite, man.
Might be mine as well. Yeah,
it's such a good album. I write more essays than incarcerated Mexican. Yes.
Yes, yeah, that's great.
Fucking hard, man. Like, this punches sting. Like, ooh. Lloyd Banks is up there too. Like prime Lloyd Banks was saying some crazy ass shit. The ice pick would do to live at home. I have him screaming in the back of the club louder than Little John. Like, I'm not like a lot of heads. Trust me, I'll put a switchblade in your nostril like Rodimus, nigga. Fucking Heat Rocks. That's a Juice reference right there.
Yep.
That Nigga Rican album is fire too. I don't know. What is it called? It's a song on the album. What the fuck? It's a double disc. Reconstruction or something like that. I can't remember. It's a Chino album. He would murder Eminem and all. Fuck yes. Got it.
Who, Chino? Absolutely.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
They were both on the same sound together. That Tech and Sway.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
RZA, Tech 9.
Pharaoh, I think, is on there.
So I'm watching. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
The waistbound stuff is so hard to find for the hard players. I love hard players too. My uncle had those vinyls with the bitch with the honey on the body and shit. Classic shit, bro. Hey, we're an hour in. I want to end the shit.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Thanks to the chat. Love y'all niggas, man. Shout out to Brother CW for that motherfucking super chat, my nigga. Like,
absolutely.
Awesome. Yeah, so see you motherfuckers next week on top 10 one and done albums. So I'm mad hyped for that. See y'all niggas on the flip side. Peace out.
Have a good one.